Yo, what's up, y'all? You already know it's Mr. Hood Love Mikey B, and this is Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn. With me, I got my co-host.
You already know, man. Flatbush Smitty, you already know, man. You know what it is, man. A lot going on TV. You already know 9 to 5 is better than 25 any day in America.
And our other co-host.
Yeah, I already know it's Eve James in the building. None other than the VX finest, VX or VNext. Y'all already rocking with us here at Love TV. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Tell a friend to tune in. Share it out. We back at it.
Right.
And when we get together,
A lot going on.
It's a lot going on.
Yeah. What up? What up, Smitty? Yo, we got a good one for y'all today, man.
We definitely got a good one today, man.
We got the Flatbush, we got the Brooklyn story, we got the BK story today. You know what I'm saying? Salute to everybody pulling up. You already know what it is, man. Hit the like button on the way in. Share the live to the peoples, man. It's gonna be another epic one. We ain't got nothing but heat coming for y'all. 2026. I told y'all that. All epic, all hot, all heat. All right. So we're gonna be talking about St. Paul's versus the Crips, the neutral block that refused in Flatbush, Brooklyn. Me and E. James is going to be interviewing Smitty Rock, Flatbush Smitty. You know what I'm saying?
Flatbush Smitty. That's right. Salutations. Let's get it.
How y'all feeling? Talk to the peoples, man.
Well, all is well, man. All is well. You already know, man. Another day, another dollar, man. Just living, man. Just living, man. Just happy, you know. Just happy to be here.
Yes, I'm feeling great. I feel like you got to be the blessing you want. And I just want to say salute to all of y'all that's out there making content, putting traction, waves in the air. You already know Hood Love TV, making y'all pop out. Pop the fuck out.
Yo, salute to everybody in the building, man. G-Dub Quinn, Kent, I see you. What's up? Yo, people 212. Yo, who was here first? What's that? Alpha of Rail Music?
Yeah, salute to that brother. He was the first one in the building.
First one in the building. Salute to you, brother.
Salute to you, brother.
So, Smitty, what's up, man? All right, man. This your story. So, started out where you out. You know, let us know. You know what years this start. What years was going on and where you was at. Let us know about your hood. Give us an opening.
Yeah, I'm from. If everybody don't know, I'm from Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? Flatbush, Brooklyn, born and raised on East 21st between Woodruff and Caton. You know what I'm saying? I grew up, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, in the bush, you know what I'm saying, around the Woodruff side, Caton side, you know what I'm saying? As I got older, you know, I trickled over around the corner to St. Paul's because a lot of dudes that I grew up with, they had moved away from the block. So, you know what I mean? I trickled over to St. Paul's. I can't hear you.
Excuse me. Did you have siblings growing up? Did you have, a mom and a pop in the house? How was your upbringing?
Yeah, I had my mom's was there, my pops. He was around. He stepped out, started a new family, but my mom's and my grandma's was there the most of the time. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I had 3 brothers living with me, 1 sister, you know, and I got 2 other sisters and 2 other brothers from my father's side.
Okay.
So, you know, and I got a whole list of cousins that lived in Flatbush too. So, like, my family was deep out there. We was a big family out there.
Okay, all right. So everybody know y'all. How big you saying deep? How much? What's deep? Give me.
Yeah, what's deep?
I'm talking about probably like 15, 16 of us in like a 3-bedroom, 4-bedroom, probably.
Oh, word?
Oh, okay. That's deep. That's deep. That's deep. I think we got you beat though, because we did that in a 2-bedroom, but that's deep.
I was about to say we had about that in the house. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days, we all had a lot going on in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Going on in the hood, respectfully. But how they felt about that when you turned and got involved in that? Because you had a big ass family. Y'all was a movement on your own. How they felt about that?
Yeah,
and how did you do that?
You know, I grew up righteous. My family was God body, gods and earth.
Oh, okay.
I'm born with a righteous name. My whole family is born with righteous names. All of us is,
Okay.
we got knowledge of self. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't come up on no savage, savage type, or was looking for the streets. I didn't have to go to the streets really for love because my family was around.
So wait a minute. So you was God body too?
I was born God.
Oh, you was born in it? You wasn't sworn in it?
I wasn't sworn in it, bro.
You was born in it. You wasn't sworn in that.
I was born in it. Now, fact.
We got to make sure, you know what I'm saying? Because they're going to be in this chat, you heard? They're going to be chatting. They're going to chat in the chat, you heard? They're going to be chatting in the chat, bro, you heard? Just a heads up, you heard? Why are you doing that? Yo, come back in. Go on and come back in, Smitty.
What?
I think somebody try to call him or something. All right, yo, salute to everybody in the building, man. Yo, share the live, man. Make sure I hit the like button on the way in. Share the live, man. Share the live to the people, you heard? Here we go. Smitty's back. I got you, Smitty.
Smitty got knocked out. He back. Okay, he back. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, palm me.
All right. Yeah, keep
going.
So,
yeah, I was born. My whole family had knowledge of self. You understand?
Yeah, that's good. All right. The gods and
so, and they didn't approve, Eve James, to answer your question. They didn't approve of it. My moms didn't approve of it. My grandmother didn't approve of it. My old dad didn't approve of it. My cousin, God bless the dead, my cousin Kyle Guns, he didn't approve of it.
Okay.
So hold on, wait a second. So she just asked you the question you asked in is were you in a gang? Right? Hold on.
Yes.
But were you on the neutral side? Because was you on the St. Paul side or the Crips side? Was you blood? Was you St. Paul's? Was you neutral? Was you the God coming with the poor righteous teaching? What was you doing?
Nah, I wasn't the God. I wasn't the God at the time with the poor righteous teaching at the time. I was on.
Did you ever poor righteous teach?
Of course. I went to the rallies. I had my kufis on with my, my God body flag.
With the tassel and all that?
Everything, God, for real. I got pictures of that and everything to this day. So
that's what's up.
But I start.
Peace to the gods.
When I was on St. Paul's, I was a blood. You feel what I'm saying? I was not a Crip at that time.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? I wasn't dealing with the Crips.
So I wasn't
involved
at that time.
Huh?
So you was a blood at that time.
Yes, I was a blood at that time.
East 360 salute.
I was a blood at that time.
All right, so you was blood at that time. All right, so give us a vision of how Flatbush was in that area, what was going on. Which dude was, what was dude? Y'all was getting money? Was y'all gang time? Was y'all getting girl ladies, man? What was going on? What type of time was going on in Flatbush at that time? What kind of community?
Yeah, what was the area? What was the vibe? What was a day in y'all life? Like how y'all handle it? What was a day in the life?
Right.
All right, Flatbush, Flatbush is always lit. You know what I'm saying? Close knitted. You know what I'm saying? Every block, everybody in Flatbush know who's who or who's doing what. You feel what I'm saying? It was always live. You feel what I'm saying? We all partied together. We all went to, the same clubs together. We grew up, playing football together, basketball tournaments. We all seen each other on a daily basis. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us was close knitted. You know what I mean? We used to go block for block. Playing football. Blocks versus blocks, egg fights, everything. You know what I'm saying? It was love. You know what I mean? And this is I'm saying this is before the Crips came to the hood. You feel what I'm saying? Like at this time, before the Crips, touched Flatbush, it was just like everybody, it was love out there. You know what I'm saying? Certain blocks didn't mess with each other, but for the most part, it was love.
Oh, okay. All right. So
before the gangs infiltrated, so to speak, it was just basically block by block. That's how y'all repped it. Like each person repped their block or where they was from. That's how it was.
Yeah, basically we used to rep, blocks, 3-letter gangs. You know what I'm saying? Like such as the Bush Rats, DRS, Gully Utes, 2MS. You know what I'm saying? LTP. You know what I'm saying? It was 3-letter gangs out there before the Bloods and Crips actually, came to our neighborhood.
Oh, all right. All right. So how was that in the community? So it was three other gangs. You said it was all love. So what were the gangs on? What type of time were they on? What was going on?
I mean, it was vicious. You know what I'm saying? It was vicious out there, man. You know what I'm saying? To the point, the blocks that was beefing with each other, it was vicious. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of people was dying out there. You know, and it was vicious, man. You had to be real. You had to stand tall. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you wasn't live, you was getting ran over, basically. So
All right.
yeah.
So how was you making a living? Did you have a job? Did you have
Nah,
an education?
I'm gonna keep it real. I was making a living coming up. I was robbing people. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you was a robber?
Yeah, I was a
The
robber.
Brooklyn
I
way?
ain't gonna lie. I was out here robbing people on the streets. That's what I had got locked and did my bid for. You know what I'm saying?
What kind of people? Like, what was going on?
What you mean? What kind of
Oh,
people I was robbing?
yeah.
Anybody, hustlers, anybody I see.
Oh, all
You
right.
got it. I'm getting it. I'm coming for you.
Okay. Okay.
Period. You know?
Nice dog salute. Oh, all right.
Yep. 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 So
Okay. So walk us through. So how did the Crips get there? What happened? How did the Crips get there? And the other gangs. How did the other gangs let them get in there? Well, how did the Crips get there? Who was the
all
first?
right.
I
All
mean, if you
right.
don't, if you wanna
That's
give us that, if it's not a problem. Who was the first Crip? Like who? This is history.
all right. Now that's a great question. That's a great question. How the Crips actually came to Flatbush is because of what the Bloods was doing in New York. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of Bloods was, going out cutting old ladies, cutting kids, and just violating innocent people. And at that time, Flatbush wasn't on it. You had, sprinkles of Bloods here and there on different blocks. You know what I'm saying? Such as, Front Page and Vanderveer. You had blood sprinkled on Beverly. You know what I mean? In certain areas in Flatbush, you had Bloods. Now, Regent, you know what I'm saying? Dorchester, they had little Bloods sprinkled here and there. You know what I'm saying? But they wasn't on it like the Bloods outside Bed-Stuy, Coney Island, Albany Peas, Cutting Peas. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't on it like that. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes in Flatbush wasn't with it, and they chose to go with the Crip side. The first Crips that I ever saw in Flatbush or ever heard of in Flatbush or being in Flatbush is Cooley Loke. There's a brother named Cooley Loke, which is my family, and a brother named Neptali. Those are the first two Crips I ever saw in Flatbush.
You said Cooley Loke and Natali.
And Neptali.
You know what set they was, or they were just Crips?
I think they was original gangster Crips, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, all right. So they was Crips from the West Coast.
They was Crips from the West Coast. Matter of fact, they might have been Hoovers. They might have started out at Hoovers. It's either Hoover or OGC, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, all right.
So that was the first Crips I saw. Everybody in the hood start joining, joining the gang. They went block for block, every block.
So
It
wait a
looked
minute.
like
Wait a minute.
basically.
Hold on. So what was them dudes doing? Getting money? Did they have charisma? How did they recruit? If there's gangs there already? How did two dudes
Yeah,
come?
how was it easy for them to come in? Like, and what? Yeah, what made it appealing to y'all if y'all already had?
I mean, it was get money dudes that was around that was, getting it. It was you had brothers like Tip Top, you know what I'm saying? Just to name a few, Big Chino, you had Biz Loke, you had
No, but
brothers
where are
like
all these? You said it was two. Where the rest of these people come from?
this is when it start flooding. This is when,
So
it start
who?
getting bigger.
So which one of them two together? Were they together? Or
No, I'm not saying. No, they wasn't together. It started. It's different sets that was in Flatbush. You feel what I'm saying?
wait a minute. Oh, it was already in other areas though.
Yeah, it was already in other areas as well. But I didn't know of it. I didn't know they was already over there. You understand?
Oh,
You had Sight biking them in the 90s. You understand? You had if I'm not mistaken, I don't know if Grand and them turned at that time, but you had them in the 30s and the 40s, if I'm not mistaken. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it was dudes in other areas as well. But Cooley and Neptali is the first two Crips I ever saw.
Oh, all right, all right, all right, all right. So it started getting flooded. So what was the first Crip block where it was like, all right, a crew that you seen? It's like, all right, this is not one or two dudes right here. This is a few people. This is a few. This is like, this is a gang. Like, you know what I'm saying? This ain't one Crip. This is a gang. You heard?
The first set I saw to like emerge in Flatbush as one of the biggest sets was the UGCs.
Oh, the
They
UGCs?
The UGCs. They was known as the United Gangster Crips, but now they're the underground rolling hundreds.
Oh, the UGCs. All right. I heard of them. Yeah, I heard of them. So all right. So you got the blocks, you got the neutral cats there. So what was the neutral cats doing? So you said it was letter gangs, it was neutral cats, and then the Crips came. So what were the neutral cats doing out there? Was they respected? Was they was on timing? Was they black? Was they Puerto Rican? Was they from the Caribbean? You know, was they Jamaican, Haitian? Like who
All
was
right,
they? Who was these?
Flatbush is flooded with, you know, a lot of Caribbean people, a lot of West Indian people, you know, from, you know, Barbados, Trini, you know what I'm saying? All over, Haitians, everything. So, you know, the neutral blocks, a lot of brothers, all right, let me put it like this. A lot of dudes jumped on the wagon. A lot of dudes start turning Crips. A lot of blocks start turning Crips. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They adapted to the movement, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of blocks didn't turn Crip. You know what I'm saying? And St. Paul's was one of them.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying? Say that again.
You said St. Paul's was one of those blocks.
Yes.
So wait a minute. St. Paul's was a neutral block.
St. Paul's is a neutral block. Still a neutral block to this day.
Oh, wait a minute. So they didn't turn Crip.
They didn't turn Crip.
Oh, all right. So everybody around them was turning Crip.
Everybody around them. All the blocks around them. Blocks on Lennox, Clarkson, all the blocks surrounding them turned Crip basically.
Oh, word. So walk me through that. Because I know they had to be violent. If you got all these Crips, all these gangs, all these gang members, it had to be lit. You know what I'm saying? And what year was this? And what year did they all turn Crip? What year did all these Crips come?
I could say around 97, 98, if I'm not mistaken. Probably late 96. Going into 97, 98, around them times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like I said before this, you know, my block, St. Paul's, where I'm from, you know, we used to, you know, like I said, before the Crips stuff came through, we all used to party together. You feel what I'm saying? We used to chill with these dudes, you know what I'm saying? Vibe with these dudes, you know, have egg fights, like I said, you know what I mean? Like play basketball, football, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like it was love between us, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, when the gangs came involved, it was like, it kind of separated us, you know, but before, you know, dudes really actually got on a full-fledged, you know, gangbangers, you know, out there, we got into an incident with these dudes. You feel what I'm saying?
All right, walk us through it. What happened? Walk us through it.
I mean, like, you know, one day, you know, the older bros, you know what I mean? Shout out to older bros from St. Paul's. Y'all know who y'all are, you know what I'm saying? It was party one day, you know what I'm saying? I can't, I'm not sure of the club name, but it was on Hawthorne somewhere. Back in the days, I can't remember the name. If you're from Flatbush, you remember the name of the club, put it in the chat. But I guess it was a party in there. You know, I mean, it was a party over there, you know, dudes on that side, you know what I'm saying, which is the Clarkson side, you know what I'm saying? You know, dudes, you know, they tried to act up in there and dudes fixed them up. You feel what I'm saying?
So wait a minute, you saying they're trying to act up in a party over there?
Yeah, they try to act up in a party over there.
So what happened?
You know, dudes got busy. Fixed them dudes up. You know what I'm saying? Popped it up, you know what I'm saying? Handle they business, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, word?
Yeah, fix them dudes up quick, faster there. You know what I mean? No disrespect, it's old, but you know what I'm saying? Dudes got busy. You know what I mean? We on the other side of Flatbush, you know, so that's how it went down.
Oh,
Dudes tried to front and dudes turned up.
okay. Eve, you got any questions, Eve?
Yeah. How's my mic? How's my audio? Is it good?
Yeah, you good. You good. You better. You a lot better.
Okay. A lot better? Okay, yeah, because I don't know what was wrong with the audio. But yeah, based on what it says up here, it says St. Paul's versus the Crips, the neutral block that refused.
You going in and out,
What did
Eve.
that refusal look like? Can you tell look like? What actions were taken? I am? What the hell?
Nah, you good. I can hear you now. It sounds better now.
What she said? What actions was took in what?
What action was actually taken? What action was actually taken to she went out.
So
But she
basically
said, what
stop that.
action did you actually take? What action did you actually take to I forgot the other word she said, but I heard her stuff.
I mean, like I said, man, this block wasn't with it. You know what I'm saying? Like the block that we was beefing with, the Crips that we was beefing with, they was from Clarkson. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, we used to deal with these dudes and, like I said, vibe with these dudes. You know, when the gangs start coming involved, you know, these dudes start moving different. You know what I'm saying? Our block, we wasn't with none of that. We wasn't with no Crip, no gang banging, nothing. I was the only blood over there.
Oh, all right.
I was the only blood over there. So like I said,
you was the only one over there?
I was the only, no, matter of fact, it was me and my bro Harvey. Me and the bro Harvey was over there. Facts.
Oh, you and Harvey used to be all right. So what was it like with being the only blood over there and it's all Crips around your house? What was that like? They was running down on y'all. Was they squabbling y'all up? What was going on? They was drilling y'all. What was going on? They was chasing you around Flatbush? You know what I'm saying? What was going on?
Nah. They wasn't chasing me around Flatbush.
What was going on, bro?
I mean, they was actually giving up. They wasn't sweet, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm an enemy to them, you know what I'm saying? And I'm doing them. When I catch them out of bounds, I'm doing them dirty. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, it wasn't sweet. I had to, you know, keep my head on the swivel when I was out there, basically. You know what I'm saying? Like it's nothing sweet about them dudes out there.
I know. I'll be knowing. I heard, bro. So was they on your heels? Was they on your cleats or what?
Right.
They was
nothing
on your
sweet
heels?
about them dudes.
They was on your heels or what? Was they on your heels? Did they let you get you a pass? Like what was going on? How was the energy? You froze, Smitty? Y'all gotta yo, salute to everybody in the building, man. I gotta get my co-host some new phones. I'm gonna get my co-host some iPhones. We're gonna need some super chats going on. Y'all see what's going on here, you heard? We got a lot of bad phone action. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of bad phone action. We're gonna be right back. Mad technical difficulties. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get right back to it. Hit that like button in the meantime. How many of y'all in the building? Yo, let me know where y'all from in the building. I see that STP is up in here deep. I see y'all up in here deep. STP. I see STPO through the. I see, look, Clarkson over by 21st of the Castle. Here goes Smitty back. Crip first. Clarkson is the dirt. Our side was beefing with them from egg fight days.
Yeah, that's my brother Shy right there. Shout out to my brother Shy.
Yo, they tripping in the chat. All right, yo, shout out Shy. Yo, what up, Shy? Yo, salute. But yo, STP is deep in here, bro.
Yeah, STP is deep in here, man. Salute to STP, man.
All right, so let me ask you this. When everybody else was turning Crips, what made STP, St. Paul stay neutral? What made them stay neutral? And who was, if you can, like who was the guys that was running the block? Who was the guys? Like who was the guys? If you can, you know what I'm saying? I know how to go, y'all.
I the reason St. Paul's stayed, yo, E,
I'm here.
mute that. Somebody got to mute something. All right, yo, the reason St. Paul's basically stayed neutral is because, you know, that block never been a block to follow. You feel what I'm saying? That block was always, you know, close knitted, you know, family tight. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you rarely see outsiders breezing through that block. You feel what I'm saying? So it's
Why
like,
get dangerous?
yeah, they wasn't on it. They was on timing from the time I stepped on that block. You know what I mean? I'm originally from around the corner. You feel what I'm saying? Like, this is another story, but they used to beef with my block. The older heads from that block used to beef with my block. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, man, like they wasn't with it. They wasn't on no following nobody. Definitely wasn't with the Crips stuff. No Bloods or Crips. They didn't care about Bloods or Crips.
All right, so somebody said, and I'm in the comment section. Just a quick one. They said, "Were you the first Crip too?" They saying you was the first Blood. Was you the first Crip?
Nah, I wasn't the first Crip.
They said because you came in from Virginia, you might have been the first Crip because I know your story and you came from VA with it. You know what I'm saying? You could have came through and bring the block home. But
nah,
so
I wasn't
having it. So they wasn't having it. All right, you wasn't the first Crip. You was only the first Blood, not the first Crip. All right, that's all good. So how did St. Paul's view gangbangers? How did they view Crips? Being that they stayed neutral, how did they look at gangbangers?
I don't want to say too much, but like my one of my old heads, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna just say CG, you know what I'm saying? Like he was like the, you know, our you know, lead, you know what I'm saying? Our lead man, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like very intelligent brother, you know what I'm saying? Never, you know what I mean, showed us, you know what I mean, the wrong way, you know what I'm saying? He led the way and shit like that. But he looked at that like as you being a follower, like you couldn't stand on your two. You know what I'm saying? Like that was corny. You understand what you looked at? It was like, you did that? Like you turned what? Man, get out of here, son. Like that shit don't mean nothing. Like you still could get beat up around here type. You know what I'm saying? So
Battle Boy, salute.
That's how my guys looked at it. Even my older heads looked at it like that. You understand what I'm saying? Even my older heads looked at it, man. You know what I mean? Shout out to my old heads on the block, man. D Major. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, Philly Bruiser and the home team and all that, man. You know what I'm saying? Like them brothers, they wasn't with it, man. You know what I mean? They wasn't with none of that.
Was STP Caribbean?
yeah. Most of the brothers on STP came from the Caribbean. You know what I'm saying? Some American.
Flatbush. They used to be like Rosedale, Rochdale, Rockaway. Yeah, they said the Bush was all Caribbean, mostly, right?
Nah, facts.
Salute to all the yard man, Asian them, the Bayesian man them, the GT them.
Nah, facts. All the GTs, Trinis, you already know, Panamanians and all that, man. You already know. Haitians, Bayesians, all that, man. You already know.
Word up. All right. So what made STP so strong where they couldn't be knocked off and they couldn't be colonized?
I mean, it's because of
nobody on a whole block turned Crip, or it was like one or two, but he got to go around the corner.
I mean, it was like I'm not gonna say one. It was like one or two, but they had a choice. They had a choice. So you either this or you got to leave the block. You understand? You can pass through and say what's up, say love. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so you couldn't even beat Crip on that block.
Yeah, you wasn't. We was beefing with them.
Oh, all right. I understand.
We was beefing with them, but like I said, we was cool before anything. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, we used to have egg fights, play on a, you know, play football, basketball together. It's just this one incident that turned everything around. You feel what I'm saying? It's just one incident that turned everything around, you know, and it went from there, you know.
Right, right. All right, so just give us a little like a glimpse into what were the Bloods and the Crips? Were the Blood and the Crips getting it on too? Like around y'all, was it Blood blocks? It was all Crip blocks.
At that time, the Crips was on the rise. You know, it wasn't too many Blood blocks, if any Blood blocks. Like I said, that was, you know, on that timing. You know what I'm saying? Like Beverly was on timing, you know, but other than that, it wasn't too many blocks that was on it. You had Ab H with, you know what I'm saying, and stuff like that towards the junction. Couple homies putting it down, you know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah,
So,
that's it really.
So the big names that we be hearing, Hollywoods, we be hearing about, you know, the guys that we be hearing about from Flatbush, were those guys running around when you was out there? Did you know those guys? Like the big names.
Yeah, Hollywood is actually from Brownsville. Psych Bike and all them, Biz and all them. Yeah, all them brothers that, yeah, I know them. I've been around them.
All right.
I've been around
And how was their presence? I mean, so they was running around at that time. They was Crip at that time?
Say that again.
They was Crip at that time?
Yeah, they was Crip at that time.
Was it organized? Was it just ragtag? Was it ragtag, like, you know, dudes, or was it organized? Were they strategic? Like give me, you know what I'm saying? Was they getting money? Was they like, you know, was they not getting money, just running around doing shit to people? Like, what was the vibe over there?
Say that again.
I said the Crips and the people that was around you, right? Were they getting money? Were they on? Were they
hear them, bro?
Go in and come back out then. You gotta get his stuff together. Yo, listen, man. Hit the like button on the way in. 86 in here. We got 25 likes. We got bad phones. Listen, hit the super chat.
I'm on the laptop. How's my audio? I'm on my MacBook Chrome. How's my audio?
Your audio is great now, Eve. Listen, okay. We need phones. We need instruments.
So we just, like, they got to take it easy, though. Like,
yeah. We need instruments. So make sure y'all support the channel. You know what I mean? Support the channel, you heard?
We need the good Wi-Fi. We need the premium Wi-Fi. We need that Wi-Fi.
You know what I'm saying? You got to pay for Wi-Fi.
Y'all out here, y'all in here, y'all entertained. Hit the like button, share the live out. You know, technical difficulties is real life shit. Y'all trying to act like everything could just be made one way. He giving premium content.
Yo, stop calling my phone. I just put my phone on Do Not Disturb. Don't call my phone. You call my phone again, I'm blocking you.
Okay, I won't call you again. Dang.
Straight up.
I won't call you again.
Yeah, hit that like button, y'all.
So shout out Battle Boy.
Shout out to Battle Boys. Salute to Battle Boy. That BX style. What up? Salute to everybody pulling up, man. Hit the like button. Support the channel. Share the live, man. Share the live out. Get the people up in here. Hit that like. Get us in the algorithm, you heard? All right, so go ahead, Smitty. I was just saying, was the dudes around you, was they getting money? Did dudes have cars? Dudes have jewelry? What kind of time was dudes just dusty, beating people up and, you know, wilding? Like, what was the vibe? Was dudes on money time? Was dudes on money time? Like, what was going on?
Nah, my block always been on money time. You know, our older heads always had us focused on that money time. You know, even like I said, you know, my bro CG, you know, he didn't basically, like I said, he showed us the way. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was a young dude, you know what I mean? Like, going to work, going to school, you feel what I'm saying? And still handling his duties. You feel what I'm saying? In the streets. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, like, it wasn't always like, they be like, yo, go out there, spit your hammer or give you a hammer to go out and shoot. You feel what I'm saying? Like, dudes was, dudes actually wanted us to be great. You feel what I'm saying? Like at the end of the day, we had some positive brothers around us. It's just that we chose that life to get out there and do whatever we wanted to do.
Brooklyn Crook, salute. All right. So, all right, you said your block, and your block was neutral, but what about the Crips? Was the Crips getting money? What kind of time they was on?
Yeah, I mean, they was getting money. They was doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? Flatbush is fly. You know what I'm saying? That's like a fashion show out there, man. You know what I mean? Like, it's like everybody get to it. You know what I mean? Like that, like that's the home of the, you know what I mean? The fly right there, man. For real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Flatbush is the home of the fly, man. Like we the ones that bought them bowls, all the basketball sneakers, ACGs. We did that. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't know about that, but nice interview. Good interview, you heard?
Yeah, great.
Good interview.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Shout out to Bush, man.
Nah. Y'all put it on. Y'all put on a little something out there in the bush. I used to be going out there sliding through Brownsville, East New York, and the bush and all that. Y'all put it on a little something, but I wasn't out there when you was out there. I was already locked up. But because I ain't gonna lie. From what I see and what I've seen, I seen a lot of Crips. They get to the bag. They be getting their money. You know what I'm saying? Right. They be getting money time from what I seen. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they do.
I be seeing Crips getting bread. I be seeing Crips getting money. You know what I'm saying?
Nah,
in New York City, I see Crips getting. I be seeing Crips getting money. I don't, I know a few. So that's what I see. But I don't know how it was back then. You heard? If they was just on bull crap, or they was on money time. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, they always been on money time, getting to the bag, doing what they do, staying fly. You know what I'm saying? That was their motto. You know what I'm saying? Fly cripping. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was doing. You know what I'm saying? They was that was it. You know what I mean? They ain't play with that. You know what I'm saying? They was definitely getting to that bag. And my block, like I said, we was getting to that bag too. You know what I'm saying? And don't get it wrong. When everybody start turning Crip, we still vibe with everybody. You know what I'm saying? We still went to parties before we start beefing with, dudes. We were still going to parties, vibing with dudes, you know what I'm saying? And, hitting up the club scenes and everything. So it was love, you know what I'm saying?
Okay. What's up, Eve? You got any questions? All right. It's all good. All right. So,
no, I'm taking it in note.
Okay. So with the Crips in your block, did they ever try to make a push to turn STP Crip? Like, yo, listen, y'all gonna Crip up or it's over. Like, what's up? Y'all get down or lay down. It never happened?
Nah, man. We had old school dudes on my block, man. Like dudes that was real New Yorkers, man. Like they wasn't with that Cali flipping, gang banging, nothing. They wasn't. At no time did dudes on my block feel like they was pressured to turn Crip. You understand? I don't know why every other block turned Crip, but at no time did we ever feel pressured to turn Crip or any of that.
Yo, the chat is flipping on you, Smitty. They said, nah, Smitty, keep it real. They was a little dusty. They was a little dusty out there. And Bed-Stuy was the fly. You know what I'm saying? They said Bed-Stuy had it over the Flatbush as far as fly.
Hey, yo, some of them all them dudes wasn't dirty. I mean, Flatbush, we all, you know how we do. We low babies, you know what I'm saying? Like, all of them wasn't dirty, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of them got fly, man. Some of them got fly.
Yo, Chase Nova said Bloods be drooling to get next to Crips. That's crazy. That's wild.
Yeah.
Is that true? Do Bloods be drooling? Yo, come on, stop acting like the homies is thirsty out here. The homies is eating. Look at them TV baller. They eating out here. The homies is eating too. Stop it. The Crips ain't the only ones eating.
Oh, yeah. Matter of fact, they did try to give bro a position. Matter of fact, pardon me. My brother Shah just he reminded me. They did try to give my bro CG a position, and he dubbed it. He was like, nah, we not doing that. We don't want to do that. That's a dub. We ain't doing it.
Oh, they try to take over the block. They try to take over the block. They try to get the big bro to bring the whole block home. Yo, we get him. He going to bring the whole strip, and it's over. We got the whole area.
We got all the young dudes under him and his age. We going to grab all of them. You know what I'm saying? So they knew if they got him, that everybody else was gonna follow up. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but it didn't happen like that. He dubbed that.
Oh, that's crazy. So they try to give him a position. So wait a minute. That's after y'all stopped beefing, or they was like, yo, get down and lay down.
No,
like,
this is the beginning. This is the beginning where everything is starting. Like
Oh,
the
so
Crips
wait a minute. Wait a
situation is
minute.
shaping.
All right. So wait a minute. So they was started recruiting. They was getting deep. They got deep, and then they was like, we got to get this block too. So let's go holler at CP. Let's go holler at him. Get him. If we get him, we can get that whole block.
Something like that.
All right.
Something like that. But you know, with how CG was raised from his old heads, that's a hard shot right there. You understand what I'm saying? Because his old head's not budging, so he's definitely not gonna budge.
Okay. They foreigners, they said. All right. So name me some memorable times out there, some memorable things. You know, you ain't got to get into no names and no nothing, but just name me some memorable situations and memorable things that was going on around there that was like setting the tone for the hood.
All right. Well, this is how, like I said earlier, this is how I think if I'm not mistaken, I think that the club was Deep Pay Loud, like I said. My old heads and a couple brothers from my block, you know, they got it on with some dudes from them sides, like Hawthorne sides, Clarkson side, you know what I'm saying? All of them is like together, basically, you know what I'm saying? Like party together, bullshit together, everything. You feel what I'm saying? So they got into it, you know, they kind of trickled down, you know what I'm saying? Died down for a minute. You feel what I'm saying? As the Crip shit start, you know, picking up, you know, dudes start feeling themselves. You feel what I'm saying? Dudes start feeling themselves, and basically, you know, start getting on gangster timing. Let me say that. You feel what I'm saying?
All right. Hey yo, Eve.
Yeah,
I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. Hold it
about
down. Y'all hold it down.
Smitty, did you? So Smitty, this set of Crips is the ones that you was with. Was they the people that you formed with?
Nah. Definitely
Well,
not.
so when you was on your block, you wasn't fucking with no Crip shit.
Nah, I wasn't. Yeah, nah. Yeah.
So you had to. So you was on the opposing side. You had to hold it down too with your block.
Yeah, basically, of course.
Well, what was that like? What was it? I told you. I asked you earlier. Give us a day in that. Like,
no name. No, I told you it was lit. It was lit. It wasn't no sweet ride. You know what I'm saying? I switched sides. Certain dudes respected it. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew up in that hood. You know what I'm saying? I was born and raised in that hood, but certain dudes wasn't respecting it. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't care. You know what I mean? They was on it.
That block was never no gang shit. It just had their own 3-letter and rep its hood, that street, St. Paul's. It was just repping SP, just repped SP. That's what you're saying?
STP, that's it.
STP.
That's it. Until dudes got into it with you know, a block called Clarkson. You know what I'm saying?
How'd that play out?
Oh, that played out. It was violent war, very violent war. You know what I'm saying? Certain people picked up, you know, very
and
violent
if you had
war.
to say, if you assess the aftermath of everything, them rejecting it, did that put your hood in a better position?
It kind of did, because it kept St. Paul's to this day out of politics, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, you could actually go on St. Paul's and hang out without, you know, dealing with, you know, gang activities, really. You know what I'm saying? You know?
That's strong. I didn't even I wasn't aware that even happened, but to even know that and know that you was a part of that part of history, that's what's up. Salute to St. Paul's. That's what's up.
Nah, definitely.
Make sure y'all tap that like button for this premium content. Y'all already know. Share it out. Tell a friend. Smitty back up here. We at it again.
Hold on. We gonna wait for Mikey B to come back. Make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in, man. Salute to everybody, man.
And drop your questions, any questions or comments in the chat, and we'll definitely get to them. We'll read them out up here. And Smitty will try to answer them to the best of his ability. I'm trying to see the chat. We don't gotta wait for him. We could continue the convo.
Continue.
If you had to do it again, you would make the same choice. Like if you had to do it again, looking at it hindsight, would you make the same choice? And how does it affect you today? Like when you connect with people, is it something that they approach you about all the time?
Nah, it's nothing, it's all cool today. You know what I'm saying? Like it's all good today. You know what I mean? Like I said, we'll do it again. If the brothers had a choice to do it again, we'll do it again. You know what I'm saying? And it's no shot at the Crips, you know what I'm saying? Or to make it seem like, St. Paul's just, wiped them down. But, at that time it was real. We wasn't with the, joining the gang situation. I was really the only one that was trying to join gangs. The brothers around me, they wasn't with that. You know what I'm saying? They didn't believe in none of that Cali stuff that they was bringing to New York, and it was strict over there. You know what I'm saying? We still had parents that if you did something wrong, they'd beat you and take you to your mom's. You feel what I'm saying? Like, you ain't have that on every block. Feel what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, of course we'll do it again. You know what I mean?
Chase Nova said they invented fitted pants. Is that true? I heard fitted pants came from Flatbush.
They probably did.
That's what I heard. Is it true? Somebody said talk about the Empire days. And let me ask you this. B Boog said talk about the Empire days, and also what like clubs could y'all go to? I know y'all had smoke, so I know how it get when you can't go to certain areas. You know how that shit go. You can't go. How was that? Like, how'd you navigate that?
Oh, we went to every club. We went to every party. We would go to a party. We would pop off at a party and come back the next week. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like when we was on and when we start beefing, but let me slow it down. You feel what I'm saying? How the beef really started between us and the Crips is that, we had went to a party. Like I said, we clubbed a lot. You know what I'm saying? We really didn't care where we went. You understand what I'm saying? We wasn't fearful. You know what I mean? We was young. We was wild. We was gripped up, and we all had each other back. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
right.
We was all down for each other. You know what I'm saying? When one go, all of us is going. You feel what I'm saying? So, like I said, at this time, like I told y'all, in the past, we, before the Crip stuff started, brothers used to have, we had our little spills, our little fights in the club, stuff like that. You know what I mean? Died down. Now the Crip stuff is around. You feel what I'm saying? Dudes has changed. Dudes got bigger nuts now. You know what I'm saying? Dudes ain't the little soft guys that they used to be because they're in groups now. You understand? They got a couple brothers on their side to help them now. You feel what I'm saying? So one day, brothers went to a party. My brothers from St. Paul's, they went to a party. I actually wasn't there at this time. You feel what I'm saying? But I got the whole story. They went to a party. My brother, I guess they, the Crip dudes try to, front on my brother Shy. You know what I'm saying? And it got hectic. You know what I'm saying? It got hectic. Some shots start, fired. You know what I'm saying? And one of my men picked up. You know what I'm saying? If you know, you know. If you was there, you was there. You know what I'm saying? One of my mans picked up, and from there the beef was on. You feel what I'm saying? Once they, and I'm saying this because the dudes that we beefing with right now, at one point, it was love with these dudes. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like I said, we used to play football with these dudes, basketball. We grew up with these dudes. Most of these dudes we went to school with. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Say hi to their moms, older brother. You understand what I'm saying? We was cool with these dudes, but now that the gangs is involved, a lot of dudes got it in their chest. They got that big chest. Their chest is out. You feel what I'm saying? So like I said, you know, they try to front on my brother at the at a party. You know what I'm saying? You know, shots was fired on both ends. You know, they threw their shots, we threw our shots. You know what I'm saying? Just so happened that they got up that one time. You know what I mean? And after they got up, it was just ring, ring, ring every day. You know what I'm saying? We ain't stop until, I don't know. It was a while. You know what I'm saying? We gave them hell on that block. You know? I'm not gonna lie.
Right. Yeah, it sound. Yo, New York Nikki, baby, salute to everybody pulling up in the building. You already know what it is, man. Hood Love TV. And when we get together, it's a lot going on TV in the hood. Hit that like button on the way in, man. You know, drop where you from so we can know where you from. You know, I see a lot of STPs that was flying through the chat. I see stars. I see all kind of people. Harlem's in here. Let us know where you from. You know what I'm saying? All right, Smitty.
Right.
So,
and let me get this correct. We wasn't beefing with every Crip. That's
right.
a good look, Sha. You know what I'm saying? Because we wasn't beefing with all Crips. Some Crips we was cool with. You understand what I'm saying? You know, we wasn't with a movement or allies with them, like riding with them, but it was a respect thing. You know what I'm saying? Because we had a whole block full of Crips, like
Right.
on around the corner, which is Kate and Ave. You feel what I'm saying? That whole block was flooded with dudes that we grew up with. You feel what I'm saying? So,
Right.
yeah, we wasn't against every Crip.
Oh, word? All right. Oh, that's good to know. So y'all only had beef with the block y'all had beef with.
Facts.
Okay. I understand that.
You know, so we had beef with that. We had beef with that block, Clarkson. You know, like I said, that's how the beef basically really went up. You know what I'm saying? You know, before it was just fist fights. You know what I mean? Us popping off at the, you know, in the club against each other. You know what I'm saying? Because we ain't like each other. They from the other side of the Flatbush. We from this side of Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? You know how that go. You know what I'm saying? Young kids coming up. You know what I mean? Yo, what you looking at? Yo, what you look? And it get popping. You know? Yo, you stepped on my sneak. Yo, you dubbing on my. It's lit. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I said. It really got started on Lennox when they tried to, you know, tried to front on my brother Sha. You feel what I'm saying? That's where the beef started with the Crips. Actually, the UGCs, really. You know what I'm saying? From Clarkson. You know what I'm saying? That's who we was really beefing with. You know what I'm saying? It basically started on Lennox. They tried, like I said, they tried to front on my brother. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They said they want, you know, this, I guess this older dude tried to front my brother, fight my brother. He was younger. You know what I'm saying? My older bro said, you know, won't you fight me instead? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Dude didn't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? And it like I said, it turned up that day, man. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna tell everything verbatim, you know what I'm saying? Because
I know I go.
You know, but it turned up, man. You know what I'm saying? Shots was fired. Like I said, my man picked up that day, you know, and the next day we was on a block, you know what I'm saying, returning fire.
Right.
You know? And
yeah, man.
Ever since that, it kind of been lit with that block. You feel what I'm saying?
So was dudes just going straight to the joints? Was dudes shaking out? Wasn't no fighting? Dudes was never fighting like great fighters around your way? Like, yo, some right here get busy. He was beating everybody up. Who was the good fighters? Like, what was going on? Like, was it no fighters?
Or, yeah, of course.
Before there was a lot of kicking. I know it was a lot of kicking going on.
Nah, son, stop.
Mad kicks out there in the bush.
Nah, that's a great question. You know, before, like I said, before the guns came involved, you had to have the hands. If your knuckle check wasn't official, you was getting wiped around in Flatbush. You know what I'm saying? Dudes was beating you up. You understand? Violating you all day. You had to have a knuckle check.
Battle
you know
Boy,
you had to have a knuckle check. I don't care where you
Battle Boy got a mean. He got a mean foot game. You heard? I know Battle Boy could. He over here laughing. He know he gonna let that leg fly.
Hey, yo, shout out LTP Newkirk, man. That's my boy Battle Boy side, man. Shout out the whole Kirk side, man.
Oh man, y'all crazy. Nah, this is a good line, right? This is good. This fire, all right, bro.
Nah, no doubt.
Yo, Flatbush Browns, yo, they in here. Flatbush in here. STP is in here. Brooklyn.
Yo,
is in
St. Paul's, man. Shout out to all my gully youths, man. You know what I'm
Queens
saying?
in here deep, though. Don't play. You know we don't play that.
Yo,
BQB,
Queens get the money, man.
BX,
you know, shout out to the whole St. Paul's, though, man.
We
you
up
know
in
what I'm
here.
saying? Shout out to St. Paul. You know, but like I said, you know, we started beefing with them. You know what I mean? And it just turned out. It turned out for some years. You know what I'm saying? Years on top of years, man. Like this beef didn't stop like the next day or 2 weeks down. It was over. Once they hit my son, it was like it's lit. You know what I'm saying? Like we on the block every day. Damn near. We damn near lived on that block.
Okay. Okay. All right. So how did your family feel about you doing all this stuff out here in the streets? Did you get locked up during all this stuff that was going on?
Yeah, of course. Of course, I got locked up.
Oh, you got locked up?
Of course.
What was the first year you got locked up over there?
Shit, I can't name it, man. You got to go back, man. Like probably like 90. I think like 95, 96. I caught my first charge. I think it was me, my brother, Ra. Free my boy Ra. My son Rashid Walker, free my son. Yeah, I think like around 96, 95. That's when I was going to Spofford and stuff like that.
Right. Oh, you went to Spofford?
Yeah, I went to Spofford, of course.
So you was a juvenile delinquent?
Yeah. Yes.
So what was Spofford like in the 90s? How much time you did? Run us through that.
Oh no, I was like a Spofford baby, come in, go out. You understand what I'm saying? Like I never.
Are you blood when you went to Spofford or not?
Yeah.
Are you blood when you went to Spofford?
Was I blood when I went to Spofford?
You said 94. Nah, you wasn't blood.
Nah, I wasn't blood. Nah, I wasn't blood.
You was the first. You was the first homie too, and you were the first.
Yo, Mikey, you nuts. Yo, Mikey.
All right, we're gonna let them do you like that, bro. Hold up, you heard? Yo, they gonna run you. They gonna take you through there. Take you through there.
Take me through there.
Yo, if I don't let you get that off right there, bro, they'd have took you through there. You would have been on the gram. You would have been on Facebook, TikTok. You heard?
Oh, he said, how old was I when I was going through all this? I was probably like, we was like 13, 14. Me and my brother Shah was the youngest. We was like 14. If I'm not mistaken, because, you know, before we migrated to St. Paul's, you know, I used to, you know, hang on Crook with a clique called SOS. You know what I mean? Okay. Smoked Out Soldiers. Shout out my, God bless his dead, my boy Reefy. You was asking about dudes that had hands. It's a lot of dudes around my block that had hands. That's what it was about, man. You know what I'm saying? You had to have a knuckle check. You feel what I'm saying? If you had knuckle check, I done seen dudes around my block, right? Book a dude for some penny Hardaways, right? Because, you know, back in the days, everybody know the pennies used to be like 200. You know what I'm saying? You get caught with those on your feet, niggas taking them off. I done see somebody from my hood take some pennies from somebody, come on the block, get knocked out. They off of his feet. Then they on the next dude's feet. 2 days later, they on this dude's feet because he got knocked out. Like, yo, it's bogged out. Like, real talk.
They was knocking people out and taking their shoes?
Taking their feet.
That's dirty. Hold on. That's dirty. That's dirty work right there. You knocking people out and taking athlete's foot. Like, come on, bro.
Yo,
you taking dogs. If you taking dogs, bro, that's nasty work, yo.
Yo, if your hands wasn't official, dudes was putting those on you, B.
Word?
Straight up.
Kick them off.
Kenmore movie theaters, what?
Kenmore movie theater grounds for whatever to happen, you had to enter at your own risk.
No, that's a fact. That was like you enter that zone, man. Anything could happen, man, in that movie theater, man. You know what I'm saying? That movie theater got closed down because one of the Bloods got shot in there.
Oh, word?
Yeah.
Oh man, yo. But yeah, bro. All right.
Nah, we was there every day in 9-5.
Oh,
That's
so
a fact.
you said son was the knockout king?
Who?
You said son from your, what was his name?
Nah, Reefy had a knuckle check. I ain't go front. My guy Reefy had a knuckle check. It's a lot of dudes that had knuckle checks out there, man. You know what I'm saying? My son Vic. You know, it's a lot of brothers that
who had the best foot check.
Who had the best foot check? I don't know, baby. I don't know.
Come on, bro. Listen.
I know that.
I'm Jamaican, bro. I'm half Jamaican, bro. My father Jamaican, bro. They gonna throw a kick before they throw a punch, bro. Stop it, bro. Like, come on.
Oh, no, that's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
All right,
you know what I'm saying?
All right, so Eve, you can jump in whatever you want to, Eve. You go jump into whenever you want. All right, so
I'm here, I'm listening, I'm taking notes, I'm watching the chat. I'm gonna ask my questions in the closing.
Okay. All right. So we got that out. So what was the fun things y'all was doing over there? Did y'all?
I mean, yo, you know, we
all y'all was doing was fighting and getting where the girls at. You with the girls out there. What the girls was doing? Was they fighting with y'all? Was they fly? Like what was going? What was the energy? Give me the energy.
Nah,
was y'all doing the parades? What was going on? Like, give me the energy. Was y'all going out of town? Was y'all going places? Like, what y'all was doing?
Nah, yeah, we was partying. Every day was a party, man. That's when we was young. We was looking for a party every day. Back in the days, it was a house party every day. That's the only thing we looking for. We wake up, we looking for a house party. We looking to fuck somebody's house up. That's the only thing we looking for. We waking up in the morning. Party? We looking for somebody's house to fuck up. We looking for your liquor, and we looking for the bond. That's it.
Easy on the F-bombs.
Oh, facts. And we looking for some shorties that we could run it on. That's it. Get some buns, slide out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was fun growing up, getting fly. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was fun, man. You know, my block, you know, we had a set. We had a DJ set. You feel what I'm saying? So, yeah, man. You know, it was fun growing up, man. You know, I was a football player growing up. I used to play football, you know, for the Brooklyn Skyhawks. You know, certain of my other brothers, they used to, you know, they played basketball for their high schools. You know, it wasn't just Valen over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we had respect. You know, we was raised by some powerful individuals, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's a fact, man. We was raised by some queens and some kings over there. You know, and not one time, did anything that we did over there was forced upon us. You feel me? Like, nobody ever put a gun in our hand and said, yo, none of my old heads ever put a gun in my hand and said, yo, Smitty, go shoot him. Smitty, go rob him. You understand? When my old heads come on the block and I'm cutting school, they looking at me like, yo, what you doing out here, son? Go to school. You looking dumb. You want to be dumb, right? You know what I'm saying? So that's how they used to talk to us. You know, when we had beef, we couldn't run to them and go get bullets. We couldn't run to them and go get a gun. Oh, y'all beefing out here? Y'all shooting at people? Go buy you a gun then.
Right.
So we had to put our money together and go get guns if we was beefing out there. We didn't get it from our old heads. We had to go out there and get that on our own. And that's what a lot of dudes probably don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like, our old heads didn't supply us. They didn't send us out there to mess up our life. They already knew what was going on in the streets because they was already beefing. They was already in murder beef.
Right.
At this time. You know that era, 93, 92, 94, 95. It was crazy.
That's crazy
back in the day.
That time was crazy, right?
And Flatbush, Flatbush,
Everywhere in New York.
it was, listen, off the meters around them times.
That's a fact.
You know?
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact, you know.
Off the meters.
So when did y'all ever take any like kind of trips together? When y'all was young, did y'all go to any other states and like go to like Greek Fest or any of that stuff? Was y'all moving around? Like what was y'all doing? Was y'all going up out of Brooklyn like to the tunnel or
some of us caught bids, you know what I'm saying? And
right.
You know, when we caught bids, we left beef out there. You feel what I'm saying? So a lot of dudes ain't have time to party. You know what I'm saying? It was still action out. They couldn't stop. You know what I'm saying? Dudes that we was beefing with, throwing shells at, they wasn't gonna stop.
Right.
If they see any of my mans, they was still throwing shots. So at the end of the day, it wasn't no room for partying in them streets. Party what? The only time we party is when we went to them house parties. We wasn't thinking about no trips. We was thinking about hitting something up. And that's truthful.
Oh, all right. All right. They saying y'all was more about, somebody said in the comments that y'all was more about getting props than getting money or doing anything else. Is that true or?
That's a fact. That's a fact. Back in the days, it was more about excuse me, it was more about you getting props and putting in pain. You feel what I'm saying? You not being a herd. You not being no sucker. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah. You know?
Yeah, okay. All right.
Smitty, you know my son Berto from Martins and Grimy Flavor Low. Yeah, facts. Facts. Yeah, the Greek Fest was the 90s. We was young. I was young around that time. So, like I said, we wasn't thinking about no Greek Fest, man. We was thinking about Jordans, Air Max, getting fly, you know what I'm saying? Throwing on some Versace, Moschino, couple Coogis, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. Polo. That's what we was into. Getting fly, man. Putting on a good fit. Coming out with a good fit. You know what I'm saying? A bad shorty on the hip. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. That's what we was into. Getting a couple dollars. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of us didn't realize the
power.
What
was your shorty like at that time when you was a shorty? You had a girlfriend?
Yeah, of course.
No, I mean, just saying, some dudes, I mean, I had a girlfriend and stuff too, but for a little while, I was just running around through the hood, smashing all the shorties. I'm just saying, smashing, you know, when you were young, you be wilding.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So
I had a girlfriend.
Was you on girlfriend time or was you on loose cannon time? Like, you know what I'm saying? What time was you on? You was a one-woman man or was you all over the place?
I was on loose cannon time, bro. Like I had a girlfriend, you know what I'm saying, but that wasn't I wasn't thinking about my girl, like, you know what I'm saying, like that. You know what I mean? Like I was out in the streets trying to beat people up, rob people. You know what I'm saying? Like I ain't care about that. When I see my girl, I see my girl. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no I'm trying to be up under her all day. None of that. You know?
Right.
Right.
So all right, you had a girl and all that. And that's the time when you was on. Was y'all like, how old were you when you got your first girlfriend?
Say what?
How old were you when you got your first girlfriend? And what was she like? What was her ethnicity?
Oh, my first girlfriend, she was black.
Oh, she was black?
Black. Yeah, she was black. My first girl was like my
brown skin, dark skin, light skin.
She was light skin.
Oh, all right.
Light skin, nice light skin thing. You know what I'm saying? All of us had bad ones though. You know what I'm saying? My whole clique, we all had bad ones. We had the baddest ones in the hood. It
don't sound good for you in the chat, Smitty.
What happened?
You wasn't sliding on Pebbles Beach. They said you wasn't sliding on Pebbles Beach. You heard? You wasn't getting none on Pebbles Beach.
Hey, yo, you know I took one on Pebbles Beach, Shaw.
They
Stop
said that's why you was so mad robbing everybody.
Hey, yo, he know, Shaw know. Me and Larry done made probably on June or Brown. We done made major missions on that strip on Pebbles Beach. You bugging. Late night, 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning. You know that.
Yeah, that's
the
right.
whole squad, 3 in the morning, Pebbles Beach. Yeah, man, y'all know that, man. Yo, I ain't gonna front. Listen, I wasn't the dude. I was like a virgin to like, see about like 13, 14. Yeah, like 13, 14.
Facts.
I
That
was a
was the
virgin
good.
to like 13, 14.
That was the good days back then, you heard? 13, 14.
Yeah, like 13, 14.
Flex shows. What's flex shows? Smitty, tell him
Host,
about them flex
say that again.
shows. The chicks in there was right. Smitty, tell him about them flex shows.
What flex shows?
He didn't get
Yeah,
nothing.
I was in love with
He
this
wasn't
girl
getting
named
nothing.
Mimi, though. I was in love with this girl named Mimi. I ain't gonna front. It was this girl named Mimi. That was actually my first girlfriend. Like, I was in love with her. Like, what? I still love me some Mimi, man. Shout out Mimi, man.
Shout out Mimi.
Mimi, my baby, man.
Shout out Mimi.
I
Shout
was
out
in
Mimi.
love with me.
Not giving a little
Me
Smitty
was my
none.
baby. Me was my baby. Facts.
Shout out Mimi for not giving Smitty none.
Yo, hey yo, that's crazy though, bro. Cause that was my girl, bro. And young, we never did nothing. That's what I'm telling you. I wasn't thinking about that, bro.
Was you buying her stuff?
Yeah, of course. When I was young, I was buying. Yeah, I was buying her stuff.
So wait a minute, you was buying her stuff and you ain't get nothing?
I ain't get no buns.
Major simp. Major simping.
At that time, you call it what you want. Call it what you want.
Major simping.
I was out there simping.
He said flex shows was the Caribbean dance party joints for high schoolers. They used to air us on BCAT.
Oh yeah, facts. That's another thing about Flatbush. Like, we are the kings of the Bruck Up dance and all that reggae. You know what I'm saying? All the partying. Like, we the king of that, man. We the king of dance hall, man. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you can do all that stuff too?
Hey, yo, who, me?
The broke up and all that stuff?
Oh, stop. Stop playing with me, son. Don't make me get crazy, son. Don't make me get.
Oh, Smitty.
Don't make me get crazy, son.
I'm about to hit the cat. Hold on.
Don't make me get crazy, son. Stop playing.
Drop a like for Smitty. He got the bad Wi-Fi. He going mad slow, doing he like this. Yo, you going mad slow. Yo, you go.
Yo, chill.
You going slow like you the Queen of England waving at the people, you heard? She's like this. You going mad slow. You think you going fast. You like this.
Yo, you crazy.
Nah, bro. Nah, we was dancing in Queens too, bro. We love dancing. We love going in there, dancing, acting stupid when we was kids, you heard?
Hey, yo, son, y'all played too much acting like Smitty. Stop playing, son. Smitty in the club like this, right? Yeah,
yo, which dub you talking about in Canada?
Oh, Busy. You hear me?
Yep.
Yeah, he talking about Busy Blood. That was the dude that was 55C neighborhood Crip with me. And he turned blood with me too. He turned blood first, and then I turned blood right after him. That's my son Dub. Shout out my son Dub. He was the first one to do
it. Oh man. They put it in the comment section on you right now, Smitty.
I don't care. Put it in the comment section. Talk to me. Talk to me, baby.
They said, wasn't Dub a low turn down move from St. Paul? You know your screen is dark, right, Smitty?
My screen is dark.
I can't see you, bro. Let me come in, go in and come back out. Yo, G-Dub Crew, what's up? Salute to everybody in the building, man. Yo, listen. You know, we got Smitty up here. We got Flatbush up in here. We got the BX. You know, it's a situation, man. Hit the like button, you heard? G-Dub Crew, salute, my brother. You already know what it is, man. Back like a chiropractor. Sure.
Yo. So what you said?
They said they said you was the first one to do the Jamaican Crip walk.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Yeah, they be right. Yeah, I do dispose. Yeah.
Yo, who was the best? So who was the best dancehall dancer in Flatbush?
I ain't gonna front the best dancehall. I give the top 3. I gotta say, the top 3 dancers in Flatbush. I'm gonna go with my boy Jamaica Nice from St. Paul's. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go with God Bless the Dead, my son Boomer. And I'm gonna go with my son. You know, he was underrated to a lot of people, but I'm gonna go with another dude from my block, STP, my son Spag Low. You are them 3. Can't nobody test them 3 in the bush. Boomer Low, Jamaica Nice, and Spag Low. Crazy.
Yo, all right. So somebody asked us a question. They said, ask him what was his biggest jokes.
Huh?
They said, what was your biggest jokes?
Son, I was out there, son. I was doing petty crimes when I was little, son. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't out there. I'm keeping it real, bro. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate yo. No, I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at you. I'm laughing. Always sounds like Smitty falling out of a car every few minutes. But I was laughing at that. I wasn't laughing at you, bro. You heard? But nah,
y'all be killing me in the chat.
That's real. That's real spit though. That's real.
Yeah. It wasn't like I was out there catching heists and running up in banks and running in number spots. No. You know, I see a dude, he got some bread on him. I'm booking him. I see he got a brolic shine. I'm booking him. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you know, I was doing petty crimes out there. I went to jail for a petty crime. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was robbing stores. You understand what I'm saying? Robbing grocery stores. I spent fucking 7 years up north for fucking petty crimes. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
We splitting fucking, everybody splitting two bands or something. Three people splitting 2 bands. That's not no money. That's insanity. I don't get no points for that. I don't get no points for the shit I did back in the days. Robbing dudes, taking that shit was petty crimes. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
A lot of dudes that I did violate, look where they at right now, doing them. You understand what I'm saying? But how could they think about trusting me after I did what I did? You know what I'm saying? So if I could take a lot of those things back that I did to a lot of brothers, I would.
So wait a minute.
You understand what I'm saying?
You was booking people you knew?
Yo, bro, anything that move, you went to school, I bring you to my house and book.
You was booking your friends?
Booking everything that move. You walk around me. I was booking you. I was terrible, bro.
That's horrible.
Shout out Oli, yo. I ain't gonna front. I was terrible, bro. You know what I'm saying? So,
right.
I don't come up here in front. I ain't got no reason to front.
I'm hearing I'm seeing in the chat. So a lot of Crips turn blood or bloods turn Crip, huh?
A lot of Crips turn blood in Flatbush because dudes wasn't with the situation. A lot of dudes was just turning Crip just to turn Crip because of the neighborhood. You feel what I'm saying? Yo, rest in peace to my man Oli, man. You know what I'm saying? Salute my man Oli, man.
R.I.P. Oli.
Word up,
R.I.P.
man.
Oli. Yo,
Rest in peace, Oli, man.
was you booking? Was you like taking Jan Sports? Like, give me a Jan Sport.
Jan Sport. You coming
Jan.
out? You coming? If you come out the store, brand new box Jordans, I can have on the Jordans that came out last week. I'm taking those from you. Let me get that. Come in the house. Where you get those from? I was packing bags.
Right.
Moms knew I wasn't packing bags, though.
Right.
Damn, he said Smitty was grimy. Kent. Damn, you gonna say it like that? You make me sound like Bishop from Juice.
Yo, so did you ever steal somebody's feet? Like, take them off. Take them Jordans off. Whatever they got on.
Come on, son. Of course.
Grimy Brooklyn. Grimy.
I'm not gonna sit. Well, I'm gonna sit up here and be like, yo, nah, Mike B, I ain't never did that. And all my dudes in the chat know and saw me do this on the block before.
Keep it official. You had dudes kicking their shoes off?
Kicking their shoes like it was the Allen. And I didn't have to do it. I didn't have to do that. You understand what I'm saying?
I would have went over there. You would have booked me for my shoes. I'd have been like, these dirty Brooklyn dudes stole my shoes. I would have been like, yo, call me an Uber. Dirty Brooklyn dudes made me take my shoes off. They took my shoes. The old Reeboks you had on? Yeah, some black sneak dude just came over here and made me kick my Reeboks off. The ones you be balling at? Yeah, son, they made me kick them shits off. These dudes is grimy. I'm not never coming over here again.
Nah, I mean, listen, man, it is what it is. It was a time.
So mad people was doing that? All right, let me ask you this. Did they ever book you? Did you ever get booked?
That's the reason I start booking dudes.
Yo, my man Teflon, salute to Teflon. He had called in. Yo, you know he was the book king around my way, you heard?
Right.
He got booked first, you heard?
Right.
So what they booked you for? Tell us how you got booked. Too.
All right,
The Crips booked you? That's how you turn black?
Nah.
No, give me a flag, homie. I gotta be blood. The Crips took my sneakers. They made me walk home. I got a hole on my sock.
Nah, not even. So one day I was going to school. You know, I had the Cowboys. I think I was about like 11, probably. Yeah, something like that. Probably like 10, 11. In like the third grade, it's a fourth grade or something like that. Anyway,
yo, Bill, what up?
I had a Cowboys football, and you know, I took it to, it was my football, but the block usually play after school when I come home. You know what I'm saying? I get to the football, we be playing in the street. So I took the football to school this day, and my mom, everybody was telling me not to take this football. So I take the football, going to school, and dudes did me on some boys in the hood type shit. Excuse me. You know what I'm saying? They asked to hold my football. I threw them the football. They took it. They ain't give it back, and from there, it was like, yo, I ain't letting nobody take nothing from me again, man. That feeling was just terrible. I just started doing the taking after that. It's like, ain't nobody taking nothing else from me, man. And then the crazy thing is, I brought my older heads, to get the football back, which they got the football back. You understand what I'm saying? But I went, I showed them to who it was and spent on them. They beat me for spinning on them.
Get out of here.
Yo, oh, you left? You ain't stick around? They beat me for getting the ball taken and spinning on them. Yeah, man. Flatbush, man. Good days, man. The 90s was great, man. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, they said, do you remember an altercation by East 18 bus stop?
Ask Smitty if you remember the altercation by East 18 bus stop.
Yeah,
nah, what happened? What happened? Refresh my memory. Dove is in Canada. Dove got sent back to Canada. I mean back to his country, and now he in Canada.
Hey yo, is Dove older than you?
Yeah, Dove is like a year older than me.
Was Dove in Green in like 9'5"?
Did Dove go to Green?
He brown skin. He played
Nah,
ball.
he light skinned.
Oh, he all the way light?
All the way light.
Nah. So I know another one.
Smitty, you knew Fish Low? Nah, I don't know Fish Low. I don't really know too many Lokes unless they came from my side. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you ain't come from my side, really, I don't know you. I don't know a lot of Lokes from the 90s. You understand what I'm saying? Unless you're a big name. You know what I'm saying? Like, Psych Bite. That's only the really Loke I know out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, excuse me. That's the only Loke I really know out there. Him, I know Grand and them from the 40s and shit like that. Excuse me. And like I said, if you wasn't like Crip around my area, I didn't really know you.
Yo,
You know
King Smurf,
like,
I had started earlier. King Smurf said it was mad Lokes on St. Pete on that block.
On what?
On that block. King Smurf that's in here that you were just talking to.
Yeah.
Early in the live, he said it was mad Lokes on that block. Is that true?
It was never no Lokes on that block. The only Lokes, it would have seemed like it was Lokes.
You said it was 1 or 2, but they had to leave. Yo, you said it was 1 or 2 earlier.
All right, listen. Out of my group, right? It was that used to hang with us. My son Rashid, my son Ace Loke, and my son Fling. All three of them fully fledged, like they turned Crip. Like, yo, I'm Crip. You understand what I'm saying? This is what I am. So, you know, my son, being who he is, you know, he don't play the both sides thing. It's like you come one way with him. I'm talking about my son CG now. You feel what I'm saying? So he let niggas know, like, yo, bro, you know, y'all can't be with us. It's love. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna go against y'all. You know what I'm saying? But y'all can't be around and we beefing with, you know what I mean? Not saying them dudes couldn't come through and pass the block and still show love, but nah, y'all can't sit around us though. Like niggas at war, y'all can't sit around. You know, but like I said, Kate inside was full of that though.
Okay. I had seen another question earlier. Somebody was asking, somebody was saying, the 40s, and he said a bunch of different names of like dudes, Crips that was in the area. I think he said Sight Bike. I think he said Hollywood or one of them. But what is the 40s? Is that near you?
Yeah, the 40s is near me.
Oh, you just went out.
The 40s is near me.
You good.
The 40s is near.
You good.
He good?
Nah, he going. He coming back in.
Okay.
Yo, hit that like button, y'all. You already know what it is, man.
Make sure y'all hit that like button. Salute to Diamond Shooter in the building. Petty Boots Entertainment. Hey, Miss Nikki. Salute everybody on the pull up.
I'm from the 20s. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm from the 20s. I can't hear you.
I said, all right. You hear me?
I can't hear you.
You hear me, Eve?
No.
I'm here. You can hear me. I can hear you clearly.
All right. It's him.
Okay. Salute, guys. Make sure y'all tap that like button, share it out for this good premium content. Hood Love TV. You already know. Salute, Miss Nikki. Thank you. Sharing everything out. We appreciate it.
Yeah. Salute, Nikki, baby. Appreciate you.
One too. I hope he come back up because a lot of people popped out into the chat giving good questions and feedback.
Right.
Yes, definitely giving something to the culture. This is what we need. Don't feel shy, guys. Drop y'all comments and y'all questions in the chat. Drop down out them bushes.
Yeah, that's right. Man, Smitty, you better pull back up. Where you at, Smitty? Hold on, let me text Smitty. Where you at?
Yeah, text Smitty. I hope you guys enjoying this weather. If you're in New York City, it's a little bit, the weather is letting up. The hawk ain't out as much. Salute, Will. How you doing, King? Salute to all the kings and queens in the chats. We really appreciate y'all. Okay, we got Smitty on the pull up.
Yeah, nah, I don't know what's up with this.
Technical difficulties. Don't be. They gotta understand it. It is what it is. We ain't in our studio yet. We'll be in our studio soon.
Nah, facts.
Yeah.
Facts. What you said? Did I know about the 40s? Huh, Mikey?
Say it again. Yeah, the 40s. Yeah.
Yeah, the 40s. I'm from the 20s, so like I'm from the 20s and the teens, like East 17th, East 18th. Yeah, I'm from them sides and stuff. East 21st. The 30s. You got the 30s and 40s. You got I forgot the bros in the 30s and shit like that. But it's a bunch of them. Grand and them is over there. You got the 90s Psych Bike. You got Vanderveer, which is in the 30s. You know what I'm saying? That's you got Killer and them over there, Bon Ton Biz, you know what I'm saying? Fed Up, all of them over there, you know what I'm saying? The Lokes over there.
You going out? You went out again, Smitty.
Smitty went out again. Where he at? He got to be. That's them people. That's them Crips. They making sure he don't get this info out. Somebody said they done jam your Wi-Fi signals, Smitty. Really great content. This is that premium content. Again.
Word up.
Yep. Salute to Hood Love TV, Mikey. We really appreciate you bringing this shit. They forget about the small people, right?
You know how we do.
Bringing this content over here. We love it. We want to hear the inside, all the things behind the scenes of stuff that was happening, and hopefully it could be a positive effect on people and as well as entertainment.
Hey, yo, what's up with the Lokes? Yo, the Lokes trying to get me up out of here, son.
I'm trying to tell you, they on you.
Yo, the Lokes trying to get me up out of here, son. They flagging me. What's up with the Lokes, yo?
The Crips crippled the Wi-Fi, bro.
They crippled the Wi-Fi, yo.
That's wow.
Yeah, nah, but
so right, Eve, I'm gonna use this bathroom.
You know what you said though?
Eve. No, go ahead, bro.
You can hear me? You can hear me? I'm here.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm about to use the.
What you say?
Yeah, so like I said, Eve, growing up in Flatbush, it's basically,
mm-hmm.
It was basically love, man. You know what I'm saying? Until the gang stuff really start coming about, man. You know what I'm saying?
You said you grew up. Repeat that, because I think you broke up. Or I broke. I couldn't hear you. What you said?
Say that again?
I'm saying that's what's happening. It's like you cut out just now. What the fuck? I can hear you now. Can you hear me? Oops. Nope. You can't hear me. Are we still live? Okay, my bad, guys. Again, Smitty's having a little technical difficulties, and I know Mikey stepped away for a moment. I hope you guys are enjoying your evening. Thank you for tapping in with Hood Love TV. Make sure you guys share it out and hit that like button. I don't really have anything to add to this topic as much as just, topical questions and asking him a little bit more for you guys in the audience. But stay tuned because we have so much more to offer. Exactly, the women will be involved too. We'll have a lot more content so that you guys can engage in and get to know about us too. And someone asked in the chat, "Who am I?" I'm Eve James. My actual name is Yvette. I'm from the Bronx. So if you guys have any more questions, feel free to ask them or follow me, subscribe, and stay tuned for the content that we'll be dropping because we'll be addressing topics for the community, things about uplifting and building because you know that Hood Love TV is all about camaraderie and us building and pushing this brand out there so that we can get the community in a place where we can definitely be able to give back and allow our voices to be heard without editing. So we really appreciate that.
Salute to everybody in the building, man. You already know it's Hood Love TV, man. A lot going on the Hood TV when we all get together, man. Hit that like button. We're gonna finish this thing on up. Go ahead, Smitty. So go ahead. Eve, you got any last questions? Like what's going on? Smitty,
Nah,
talk.
man, yo, man. Like I said, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, St. Paul's, man, good block, still a good block with OGs, you know what I'm saying, out there. You know what I mean? Got some you know, strong brothers out there to this day, you know what I mean? Tight knitted family, you know what I mean? Family ties. Um, Shout out to all my brothers out there, man. You know what I mean? My brother Shy, he just came home. You know what I mean? Salute to him. I'm proud of you, bro. You know what I'm saying? You're doing a wonderful job out here. You know what I'm saying? Staying focused. You know what I mean? Um, my boy CG, you already know. You know what I'm saying? The twins. Shout out my brothers, the twins. You know what I'm saying? My son Brow. Shout out my son Brow. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. You know what I mean? All my older heads, man. You know what I'm saying? Rest in peace, LeBar, Philly
R.I.P.
Bruiser. You know what I'm saying? Car Guns. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, man. Official ones, man. I love my hood, man. Love Flatbush, man. I ain't got nothing against the Crips either, man. You know what I'm saying? There's some good brothers out there as well. You know what I mean?
Right.
This interview or this topic right here. It wasn't to like bring up no old beefs or start no old beefs. It was just to show that, some brothers at a young age took a stand. You know what I'm saying? Some New York brothers that wasn't with the gang violence or the gang activities. You know what I'm saying? They didn't want to participate in that. You know what I'm saying? And they was really willing to ride and stand up and stand against everything that was popular at that time. You feel what I'm saying? So I just wanted to bring that out there. You know what I mean? Salute my brothers out there and my sisters out there, man. For real, for real. Shout out the whole
Nah, this is a good
Flatbush,
one. This
man.
is a fire. This is fire. Right? This is a good one.
Nah,
This is definitely
definitely,
fire.
man. Definitely, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what's up, y'all? Y'all got any last questions before we get up out of here? Y'all got any last questions? Eve, you got any things you want to say?
Yo, he said the 5-5 Crips on his hill, cuz. Ah! Nah, son. I don't gang bang no more, man. I'm chilling, man. I don't do none of that, man. I'm a
Yeah.
square, man. Shout
All,
out to
all
Dan
we
too,
all we
man.
all we do now is bang on money. We banging on this bread. We banging on businesses.
Man.
Smitty, what you doing with your phone,
This,
bro?
this is a good one, man. We got more content coming out, more stories. I'm gonna be bringing up a lot of dudes from Flatbush, to tell their stories as well on the stream yard as well. We're gonna be getting some stories from a lot of brothers that came out of Flatbush. You understand what I'm saying? So, like I said, if you want to, tell your story, you know what I'm saying? And you can tell it better than I can, get in my DM. You know what I'm saying? Jump in my DM, jump in Mikey B DM, jump in Eve James DM. You know what I'm saying? Whoever you feel comfortable talking with, you know what I'm saying? And we do what we do, man. You know what I'm saying? That's what we here for, to support each other. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
That's a fact. All right. So any last words, Eve?
I really enjoyed this interview. I love everything that we're doing and bringing to the sector, to the vibe. I know that, a lot of people tuned in from all places. I don't know where we're streaming from, but thank you guys. Make sure you guys support and continue to stay tapped in because we're gonna have another one and another one and another one. The ladies will be up here. Salute again to Mikey B and Smitty. It's all love. It's Hood Love TV. It's a
No
lot
doubt.
going on in the street.
Hey,
Yo,
hey,
you
yo,
working behind the
listen.
scenes right now. Listen,
Hey, yo.
Team Hood Love has a bunch of new. We have a bunch of new co-hosts coming. I'm gonna surprise y'all. You know what I'm saying? We got a bunch of new official co-hosts coming. Some people that y'all seen on this YouTube in interviews and other places before. But we got a lot of new. We got at least 5 more co-hosts with different shows on Hood Love TV. You heard? So if you're a content creator, hit me up. You know what I'm saying? And you know we might could do something because we getting money over here at Hood Love. We building a team. You know what I'm saying? We building the team Hood Love up. We got mad more shows coming for y'all. We just put together a bunch of new shows. It's not gonna be the same type of content. It's not gonna just be gang content.
Right.
We giving y'all stories. We not gonna harp on one thing. We're gonna switch the flows up. We're gonna talk about some of the street stuff, the bad stuff. We're gonna give y'all some of the good stuff. We're gonna give y'all some nature. We're gonna give y'all the politics. We're gonna be hitting on everything over here. We're gonna have everything over here at Team Hood Love. This is gonna be this is the network. You know what I'm saying?
That's
this is
gonna
be the Hood Love
is the best
network.
Networking is the best working. Yo, shout out my brother James Harris. He about to come out with a health podcast. You know what I'm saying? Him working out and doing that. So make sure y'all tap into that. I'm gonna have more on that. Also tap into my brother Battle Boy TV. Tap into my brother Battle Boy TV. Wax Dog General.
Y'all can drop y'all links. I can drop the links if y'all want. Y'all got the links. I can drop them.
Wax Dog General. Make sure y'all tap into Wax Dog General. Bang Band TV Media. That's my boy Bumpy. Got something on the 518. Shout out the whole 518. You know what I'm saying?
Quick, drop your link.
He said, "What's up with Hood Fitness?" Let's get it. Yo, let's get it, Shot. You already, my brother. Let's get it. Say no more.
Let's
get this Hood Fitness in.
We got a lot of different shows that we're gonna have up here. We working right now. We working with a lot of other content creators. A lot of bigger content creators than us. A lot of content creators that y'all know from the sector. Some guys we pulling a lot of guys in to give y'all new content. We're gonna have content from other countries. Hood Love is about to be on another level. You know what I'm saying? We going up. We on the road to 10K. Thank all the new subs. All the new subs. Y'all could be like, yo, listen, we gonna get all fire over there. We getting all the legendary stories. We got a lot of different dudes pulling up. We got a lot of shows.
Nikki.
Yo, listen.
New York Nikki, baby.
New York Nikki, baby. Salute. We appreciate you. We appreciate you, New York Nikki, baby.
Salute New York Nikki. Salute G-Dub Quinn. Salute all the heavy hitters in the building. Salute you guys.
G-Dub Quinn.
Salute the whole team Hood Love. Salute the Hood Love Network. You already know what we doing over here. It's about to be a movie, bro.
Yeah, drop that merch. They need these hats. Drop that merch. We need them Hood Love hats. I need me a hat. I already told y'all I'm not turning this camera on until I get a hat. I need a hat.
Listen, I'm about to make sure you put your address in the comment section and let me know. Just put your in the bag. Just DM me the Addy.
I'm a DM you. I'm gonna text you, fool.
Text me.
I'm gonna text y'all. I'm gonna drop it.
We got a little bit of merch.
All them Hood Love hats. We got mad.
We got some merch. It's wintertime. Let me get the winter joints out. We got the tags on them there. I ain't wearing them around.
Right. That's right.
We got the merch. So y'all want some merch? Hit us up. We got the merch. We got the merch going. You know what I'm saying? We got all kind of hats. You know what I mean? We got everything. We got them all. We got
Niggas say where the blue ones at? They want the blue ones. We need a blue and red one.
That's blue right there.
We need a God body one too.
Hey yo, where Yo, I need a hat that's red, blue, and
Yo,
that
listen.
got a red and a blue.
That nigga said on the phone, that nigga said, I want my shit down the middle. Half red, half blue. What we doing?
What we
Half
doing?
half red. What we doing?
There we go.
I represent both sides,
There
man. I
goes
love
Smitty
both
hat.
sides. I need
There
a
goes
red and
Smitty
blue
hat.
one. I need a
Yeah,
red and blue one.
There goes Smitty hat.
That Schmitty hat. Look at this Schmitty. Let me get two of them Schmitties.
Yo, my son said that's the hat for Smitty.
That go one for Smitty right there.
Yo, Rob Valentine in the building.
We got one for Smitty when he was Crip. We got the red for when he was Blood. And
Why
we
y'all
got the
get
white
Bad
for
Mikey
when he
started?
was
Get Bad
Yeka,
Mikey out of here.
when
Wax
he was
dog.
a Yeka.
Don't
You
encourage
heard?
Bad Mikey. Wax
We got the
dog.
blue
Don't
for when he was
encourage this
Crip,
shit.
the red for when he was Blood, and the white for when he was Yeka.
Never yet.
The mods asking for a chat. I don't know. He got to drop the shit. I don't know where we shop at.
What you mean?
Mods
We'll have all that. We'll have all that up here. We'll have all that up here by next week. Don't even worry about it. We have all that up here by next week.
Carl Young.
And yo, King Smurf, hit me at Flatbush Smitty.
No.
Flatbush Smitty. Yeah, we definitely gonna get a part 2 going up. We definitely gonna get a part 2 Flatbush stories. You know what I'm saying? We definitely ain't finished with this. Salute.
Salutations.
Y'all already know, man. This is a good one. Y'all already know what it is, man. It's Hood Love TV, where you live, love, and learn, man. I'm Mr. Hood Love Mikey B, and this is my co-host.
Yo, Flatbush Smitty, you already know it's a lot going on. 9 to 5 is better than 20 of any day in America, baby.
My other co-host.
You already know, Eve James, VX Finest, BX or B Next, be the blessing you want. Hood Love TV, a lot going on outside.
And when we get together, it's a lot going on in a Hood TV.
Okay.
Salute to the next one. Y'all know what it is, man. Salute.